Hey, how you doing? I'm Kurt Steinmetz, and we're going to check out my board Quiver today for surfboardline.com. Check it out. In general, I think people collect surfboards because it's like anything. It reminds them of a certain time or a certain era. For me, and I think a lot of people, you see that board and it just opens up this just can of memories, you know. This was when Buttons had his own line of boards, and good friends with Buttons and collect quite a few of his boards. We're actually surfing point to point on this board. This is a Lightning Bolt Hawaii. One of Buttons' personal guns. It was just very unique because he broke that at sunset, like super huge sunset. He had a super funny story about how he broke it. So this is probably one of my favorite boards. This BK Lightning Bolt shaped in Hawaii. Got the wooden glass in fin. It's just a super cool board. Dick Brewer, shaped by Sam Hawk in France. This is another one of my favorites. Is obviously this is Simon Anderson Energy Thruster. I met Simon, had him sign it, and just, you know, that's just, I mean, it means everything to me. Anybody that, you know, surfs nowadays owes everything to Simon Anderson. This is kind of, I call this like the Hall of Schroffs or Schroff Alley. Right now I've got Schroffs in here. I'm going to kind of change it up, but these are just a few of my Schroffs. This one's kind of my personal favorite, the checkers. It's a little bit suntan on the side, but I just kind of dig it. It's got like the Rasta thing going and the checkers, and it's a twin fin. So I got like the twin, the blaster thruster, and the quad fin. And then I got a couple more up here. This is kind of where I keep all the pro boards. Semi-gun for Lisa Anderson. One of Tom Curran's Bufo boards, the German shaper, Jordy Smith. Here's a Tom Curran model. There's a Martin Potter model above that. Another one of Buttons boards. I love this board because Dick Brewer signed it and like drew a little Buttons dude on it with an afro. It's kind of funky. And then of course, you know, a couple Slater boards. Taylor Knox, CJ Hobgood, Chloe Andino, and then Andrew Irons board. I got that board just, you know, before he passed away. Got Tom Carroll personal rider back here. And that's the board on the cover of Surfing 1997. One of Sean Thompson's personal riders. You know, I shoot a lot of the Groms, and this is Kalani David's board. I've got a few Mark Richards boards, and it's one of my personal favorites. And it's got the star fin system, and they're not broke. One of the board riders, Quicksilver boards, shaped by Peter Schroff. So this is another one of my favorites over here, is a Herbie Fletcher board. This is a Tom Everly shaped Lightning Bolt. And then you got a Lopez model over here. This is kind of like my 80s, 90s collection of Hawaii boards. This is a Blue Hawaii Minami shape. You got Locomotion, there's a Barnfield, High C, you've got IPA. If you go back over here, it's Mark Fu's personal sunset gun, a Bradshaw. Gotta have a Bradshaw in the Hawaii collection. I kind of like to go for uniqueness in ways that maybe other people don't look at. For instance, in my Hawaii like 80s collection, this is actually 80s Town and Country that was shaped in Orange County, Southern California. And it's something you don't see. Everybody's trying to collect the Hawaii ones, but this is actually under the TNC label in Orange County. Sonny Garcia model. I don't know how many people have ever seen a Sonny Garcia model TNC, but it's kind of unique. This is a Tom Curran board that was in Play It Again Sports, and I was actually looking for something else in Play It Again, and I immediately knew it was Tom Curran's board. This is kind of my Hurley rack right now. A couple of my own personal Hurleys that I surfed on. Back in the 80s, the Hurleys, it was basically for us growing up in Huntington and Newport, it was like you had a Hurley, a Stussy, or a Schroff, and those were like the boards to have. You know, it was like having a BMW or whatever. It was just like, you know, you had to have it. An old O'Neill wetsuit from back in the day when I was riding for O'Neill. Wasn't like I ever intended to be a collector. I don't really consider myself a collector, but I guess I am because I have a collection, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I'm hoarder, you know, and just like reminiscing back in the day of stuff or what. So I guess I am a collector and I'm just in denial.